She say she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that good shit and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? I don't know what I'ma do without y'all. I'ma fall till the day I fall. Yeah, long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly, dirt coast muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over. Took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. Lakers beating the Knicks. Spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal.
right, y'all. We back up in this thing. Hold up real quick. Like I ain't get some shit set. I got it set. Boom, got it up there now. And hold up. Let me get to my Otis. Otis, where you at? Play that for real quick. Like I gotta get a lighter, y'all. Hold up real quick. Like, wait up. Ain't do my shit without no cigarettes. Ain't do this shit without no cigarettes, y'all. Got to have these. All right, y'all. We are back up in here. I'm turning that down a little bit. That shit a little loud. Oh, you a little loud. You need to calm down. You get a little too excited around here, man. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode on the JVJ Network. I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. All right. Man, we made it to Friday, man. Shout out to Crystal up in the building. She said, "Hey Jay, how you doing on this lovely Friday evening? I'm trying to hold it in the road." Shout out to my boy Hurricane. He said, "Salute, salute, salute." All right, we up in here, y'all. Man, look, on your way in, as usual, as always, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. Trying to grow around here. Can only do it with y'all. Man, look, we're going to talk about some of the things that transpired throughout this week, man. It's the Friday night show, so, you know, this is where we just get down and just talk about whatever the hell I felt like was interesting throughout the week. And we're going to definitely start off with the drum roll, please. Sonya Massey trial, y'all. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Now, I hope a lot of people didn't think I didn't pay attention or wasn't keeping up on all this shit. And for the people that don't remember exactly, because I remember actually having debates and arguments with people about this actual case, the situation, a while ago when this first situation happened. And I'm going to do a refresher video just to catch people up if they don't remember. But we're going to talk about the Sonya Massey trial real quick, like get into it. And then we're going to move on to some other things, because there's been a lot of crazy things that's actually been transpiring that a lot of people ain't even really been talking about, man, because, you know, we really keeping up with, you know, the government shutdown and all that shit. Fuck all that, man. It's been some real shit actually going on. But we're going to jump into it, man. So without further ado, man, go ahead and get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need, because we about to get into this shit. And I'm going to actually throw it back to Amazing Lucas when he was doing his first breakdown, because, you know, we had coon-ass niggas around here, like Officer Tatum and other people. I remember even arguing with Red and other people about this, white people arguing with him, like, yeah, all that would do. But either way, though, do a quick refresher about what happened. Shout out to the Amazing Lucas for being the first one to speak, because actually I'm going to give him the first two videos. And then, yeah, we're going to talk about it. And I'll be dropping a link after the first video, so y'all, so anybody want to come up and get in there and put their opinion on it, very welcome to come and do that. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into this first one, man. Shout out to Lucas again.
Unbelievable.
Marcus, I see you, man.
So many of y'all have asked me to check out Brandon Tantrum's video on Sonya Massey, and I finally got around to checking it out. Now, I did a live stream of it. I'm gonna edit it and put it up so you guys can see the reaction to that. It's what we have to understand. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm flustered because I just saw the video. I'm just like, this is unbelievable. But what we have to understand, there's a fine line between the Sambo-ness that is Tatum and Candace Owens and people like him, and there's a fine line between that's just how an officer thinks. Now, I want to remind everyone, for all you Negroes who want to be talking about the election, there is only one candidate on the docket that is supporting immunity from prosecution for officers. That candidate's name is Donald J. Trump. Okay, so for all y'all want to talk about Kamala Harris and everything, there is one individual who is promoting immunity from prosecution for situations like this, and that is Donald Trump. Just so we're clear. I saw Tantrum's Sambo talk about what happened, and a lot of this has to do with him being, as far as self-hatred, but him also being an officer. So what you have to be aware of is how he talks. He talks from a position of trying to protect the officer. That's how he talks. In him covering the video, he talks about, well, he has an issue with how the officer articulated what he articulated.
Do I agree with the way he articulated what he said? No, I don't like when officers talk like that.
Listen, first and foremost, the issue is not what the officer articulated. The issue is not the words of the officer. The issue is the officer's actions. Upon her, who clearly is in fear, they want to talk about she had mental health issues, albeit She's in fear. She says, hey, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, what type of person, what type of individual, aside from a demon, would respond with, you better not or I'll effing shoot you in the head? You tell me. The issue is not what he said. The issue is him pulling his gun. Okay? That's the issue, not what he said. Well, I have an issue with how he articulated it because that's not professionalism. What? Professionalism? I don't care what they say. I care what they do. We're not being killed by words. What are you talking about? Our ancestors weren't being hung by trees by words. What are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. He's talking from a cop. Well, I wouldn't have said that. He never once criticized him pulling his firearm. He criticized what he said. Just so we are aware of the foolishness and the Sambo-ness and the cop Blue Lives Matter-ness that is this man Tatum.
Maybe now we do. But at the time, this woman is crazy and she's now manipulating this pot. How do we know she don't have acid in this pot or something even more dangerous?
What?
If I feel my life is in danger, I have every right to defend myself. When it comes to pulling a firearm unjustifiably on a woman who is shown to be no threat, no hostility, nothing, and then you want to complain why she would as far as have water to defend herself from someone pulling a firearm on her? What are we talking about? And then he goes on to say, well, he messed up. He's a rookie cop because every rookie cop knows that you have to go and get a kit. Even if you have to play house, you have to get a kit.
Experienced officer knows it don't matter if it's a headshot or not. You go get the kit and you play house or whatever you got to do, because you need to be showing every effort possible that you're trying to save this woman's life.
Listen to how he's talking. He's not talking about this is a black woman, this is a life, right? He's just simply saying, well, you should have done it because now it looks like now you may be in trouble because you didn't do it. He's talking about it like an officer didn't follow protocol, not because the officer just took an innocent life. He's saying this from a right-up position. Think about that. Every officer knows that even if the person is dead, you go and get a kit just for entertainment purposes. That's what they're saying. So you have to understand that these demons do these things so they can be justified in court, not because they care about the person they just cold-bloodedly murdered. No, they do this so they can say, well, I did try to save her life. I did try to save her life. You saw me put the kit and apply pressure. These are demons. These are wicked individuals. And if black people can wise up, we can understand what we're dealing with, because I understand a lot of these Negroes, whether it's YouTubians, whether it's our politicians, whether it's, the Twitter spaces, they constantly want to scream about white supremacy. White supremacy this, we in a war of white supremacy. But when it comes down to it, when we have individuals like this, when we have the person who took Tamir Rice's life, when we have these individuals, nothing is done. Now, I don't know if you know how a war works, but that's not how a war works. So you're talking out of both sides of your mouth because your actions are not justifying your words. So that has to be analyzed. That has to be addressed ASAP, pronto. Then he goes on to say that this is a justified shooting.
According to the law, this is justified use of deadly force.
What does that tell you about the law? That it needs to be changed. That when it comes to the George Floyd Policing Act, that needs to go and be passed. We need to get a Democrat House, and we need to get a Democrat Senate and have Kamala Harris sign that ASAP, pronto, and remove qualified immunity from these officers. Because I guarantee the moment in time that gets removed, the moment in time we target their pensions, their money, they will think twice. We won't have a Breonna Taylor. We won't have a George Floyd. We won't have a Tamir Rice. We won't have Elijah McClain. The list goes on. The laws that shield these demons have got to go. Someone talking like this, talking about it's justified by the law, it's justified by the law. What does that tell you? That tells you that they're gone, that their mind is gone. The way he's talking about this is just a piece of meat, like it's an animal. Like it's an animal. That's how they've been trained to view us. So I don't expect anything out of people like Brandon Tantrum. I don't expect anything from people like Kundus Owens. I don't expect anything from them. Okay? I expect nothing but the worst of them because they are just wicked, demonic, possessed people. That's what they are at the crux of it. They are demon possessed, and I look to see them and laugh at them in the pits of fire, okay, in hell. That's what I expect of them. Nothing more, everything less. Everything less.
For y'all that don't remember exactly what went down in this situation, I'm gonna show it to you. Because it was crazy when I remember when I covered Tatum talking about this. I literally got into arguments with people on the internet, white folks on the internet, on YouTube, and some coon-ass Negroes on the internet too, justifying what happened to this lady. And I'm talking about justifying, y'all. They went out of their way to justify it. Yep, she's in the wrong. I want to remind y'all real quick, like what happened that night, where this lady got shot in the face in her own home. And remember, y'all, let's not forget this. She called the police for help. That's the big kicker on top of it. She called them for help. And they shot her in the face. Well, one of them shot her in the face. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Well, now to a disturbing case out of Illinois involving a woman who called 911 for help, only to be shot and killed by a responding deputy. This morning, new body camera video shows how the ordeal unfolded, and we do want to warn you that this video is disturbing. Maggie Vespa is in Chicago with the latest.
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards.
This morning, an Illinois woman's last moments seen in chilling detail on newly released body camera video. Prosecutors say on the morning of July 6th, 36-year-old Sonia Massey called 911 about a possible intruder. When two deputies arrived at her Springfield home, she at times appeared confused.
I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. Please God.
Minutes later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove. The deputy on screen identified by prosecutors as Sean Grayson.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the 19 shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
The coroner confirming the mother of two was fatally shot in the head. Her body blurred by police in the video.
I'm not taking hot boiling water to the face.
Protests demanding charges against Deputy Grayson have mounted since. President Biden this week writing in a statement, Sonia's family deserves justice.
He walked around the counter to get a better shot. If you're in fear for your life, you don't walk towards the person.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump speaking alongside Massey's family, who say she'd suffered from mental health issues.
But you know what I want? I want justice for my baby. Yeah.
Grayson was fired from his job with the sheriff's department, and a grand jury has now indicted him on 3 counts of first-degree murder. His attorney declining to comment when reached by NBC News. Now the world seeing for themselves how one woman's call for help took such a tragic turn.
What is your last name?
That was Maggie Vespa reporting.
So y'all got a good little glimpse of what actually transpired the night that she lost her life. She thought somebody was in her backyard. I'll go ahead and preface it from the get-go. She was already dealing with mental problems. A lot of people are dealing with mental illness out here right now, all right? She's a single woman staying by herself. She called the police. She thought somebody was in her backyard. This guy and his partner show up, and when you watch the full body cam footage of it, it's like they before they even made contact with her, even knock on her door, they're walking around her house. So that probably spooked her. But then they knocking on the door. It took her a second to get there. They questioned her about, well, one of them's questioning her about why she ain't come to the door so fast. The one who shot her in the face, he already seemed like he was on something from the get-go. And for some random reason, he decided to invite himself inside her house. So y'all saw her. She was sitting on the couch at one point, and he saw that she had boiling water on the stove. So he told her, hey, you don't turn that boiling water off for me, man. You know we don't want no fire in here or whatever. And when she goes over there, he keeps talking about her boiling water. She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And yes, this demon upped a gun on her because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He pulled a gun on her because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, what civilized human being would take that as a threat? And what civilized human being would up a gun because of that? I can tell you, I know a demon would do that. That burns a demon up. In the name of Jesus. And burning. Up gun on your ass. And he shot her in the face, man. And I literally had to sit on here. I remember arguing with a guy named Red about this. Going hours and hours about, look, she's about to throw the water. He's like, look at the angle. She's about to throw it. Look, 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 look. When this lady was on the ground like this, holding a pot of water, he's talking about, yeah, she was about to throw it like that. Now, it looked like she was trying to duck away from this motherfucker. We had so many people in America that sat around and defended that woman being shot in the face by a cop that she called for help. All because, and I'll tell you straight up, because the cop was white and she was black. That's all it was. That's that racist bullshit that a lot of these motherfuckers got in their soul. They would defend a woman being shot in the face and try to use a pot of boiling water as an excuse. Well, obviously, what's the best way to put it? What's the best way to put it? What's the best way to put it? Obviously, I'm just play the news article, y'all. I'm just gonna play the news article, and then I'll let Amazing Lucas say it at the end. I ain't gonna say it for myself, y'all. I ain't gonna say it for myself. I'm gonna let him y'all get this shit off, and then I'll say whatever I need to say at the end of it, because yeah, there was a bunch of bullshit. It was a bunch of bullshit, and a lot of people need to really look at themselves and understand that, like, bro, you got some evil in your heart. And a lot of other people that sit around and act like these people are just making reasonable judgments. You know, everybody doesn't think the same way. Need to understand that y'all need to stop giving these fucking racists and these evil ass motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. When you see something, like if that shit is over there going cluck, 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 and it's got a bunch of feathers on it, and the motherfucker lay eggs every other goddamn day, that motherfucker might be a chicken. I understand you want to say it might be a rooster or some shit. Roosters don't lay eggs, bitch. It's a fucking chicken. But I know some people don't want to accuse their own people of shit, but they ain't got no problem calling other people out about shit. Like, nah, bro. But I'm gonna let the news say, because they had a trial, y'all. They had a trial, and the trial ended this week. So let's get an update, since everybody, all them folks, I hope all of them, I want to see if one of them show up. You know, all the people that defended this lady being murdered. I want to see if they show up tonight to say anything about this. But here we go. They had a trial and they had a verdict. So let's find out about the verdict.
We have breaking news in the Sean Grayson murder trial. There is a verdict.
The former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy has been found guilty of second-degree murder. It took the jury.
You don't fucking say. Hold on. Wait, do I got hold up. Do I got something? Do I got a sound? Oh, again! Yeah, let's go. He found guilty of what? Hold on. They said he got found guilty of what, though?
He's been found guilty of second-degree murder. It took the jury.
We're going to talk about that. Because remember, he got charged with first degree. He got found guilty of second degree. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Almost 11 hours of deliberations to come to the decision of the shooting death of Sonia Massey. Our Brandon Morano is live at the courthouse in Peoria. Brandon, give us the very latest.
So, like you said, Sean Grayson has been found guilty of second-degree murder, not guilty on first-degree murder. Sentencing has been scheduled for January 29th in Sangamon County. Now, I want to tell you about Grayson's family and Massey's family entering the courtroom as before the verdict was read, rather. Grayson's family could be seen praying and almost hyperventilating in the courtroom before the verdict was read. Massey's family could be seen with tears streaming down their faces and holding hands before the verdict was read. Now, this morning, the jury finished deliberations after more than 11 hours, really. I was in the courtroom at 9 a.m. when the jurors addressed the room and explained deliberations were continuing. Ultimately, they had to decide if Grayson was justified or not in the shooting death of Massey. It happened in July of 2024 when she called for help regarding a prowler. Now, you may remember Grayson was initially charged with first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. At the start of the trial, the judge dismissed the last two, leaving only 3 counts of first-degree murder, then the option of second-degree murder.
Now, y'all see that? Y'all listening very carefully. what the system was doing. Now, yes, he was found guilty of second degree, but you hear trial starts, judge automatically throws out 2 charges. How often do you see they do that for black defendants? I'll continue. Let's keep going.
Was introduced by the defense. That's ultimately what the jury decided on. We're going to have a lot more updates and a press conference from Sonya Massey's family coming up momentarily right here in front of the courthouse. Jennifer.
Brandon, question. You talked about the emotions that you were seeing before the verdict was read. I want to start with, what were you observing when the verdict came down? What was Sean Grayson's reaction to that?
So Sean Grayson was sitting very still, very quiet on the defense table, seated next to his defense attorneys, Mark Wyckoff and Daniel Foltz. He was sitting quietly when the verdict was read, did not move, did not jump, didn't really react to it. His family, rather, after it was read, it could be heard sobbing right behind us. We were sitting right in front of them. Massey's family could be seen putting their heads in their hands and consoling each other. So that was really the emotions that were going through, very strong emotions on both.
So this man put a bullet in a woman's head, and when he got found guilty, he ain't have no reaction. No reaction. Maybe the judge should have said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Maybe you would have reacted then.
Sides, of this case. This has been a week long of trial and more than 11 hours of jury deliberation. So very emotional for everybody involved here. And before we came in, the court security officer, addressed the families, addressed the media, and said, this is going to be hard for everyone, and kind of got everyone ready before we entered that courtroom. Jennifer.
There is heavy security outside of that Peoria County Courthouse. We were seeing before, there are snipers on the roofs of buildings out there, a lot of police. Protesters have been out there for days. What is the feeling that you're getting from them now that there's a verdict?
So the protesters were actually out here on the courthouse steps with a megaphone when we came out. They were saying, things like, not guilty was not read, and that he has been found guilty. And it is second degree, but that Grayson has been found guilty there. And right now they're back on the corner. They've been averaging about 20 to 25 a day out here, and I'd say that's probably where the numbers are right now as well. But right now we're just waiting for the Massey family and members of the defense and prosecution to come out and give statements.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. And as he said, the Massey family will be holding a news conference shortly, and we will bring you that live when that happens.
Until then, we will send you back to regular programming.
So y'all get the gist. The man got found guilty of second degree murder. And I know some people are really happy, but me and other like-minded individuals actually have an issue with how this all played out at the very end. And I'm gonna let Lucas actually explain this first, and then I'll give my thoughts on it, because we all saw the video. I remember doing a straight up breakdown of this video, and I'm a little pissed off about the actual verdict. And we're gonna see a point on this one. So I'm gonna let Lucas get it, because I want Lucas to get it off his chest. And I want people to really actually pay attention to what he's actually saying, because yes, we did get a guilty verdict. Some people be like, what are you upset about? You're gonna find out why. Let's go.
This isn't justice. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure many of you guys are well aware of the verdict that has come from the Sonya Massey case, and that is a guilty verdict. The officer has been shown to be convicted of second degree murder of Sonya Massey. And let me just be perfectly clear on my position of the outcome of this trial. And that is, this is BS. This is not justice at all.
Brother, what's that?
Anyone, and I mean anyone, I don't care if they're black, white, Asian, Latino, it doesn't matter. Anyone who is telling you that, hey, the system still works and, justice prevailed, we have justice for Sonya Massey, is a fool, is a dolt, is incompetent, is a simpleton at best, all right? They want the destruction of black Americans. That's what they want. They want the destruction of black people if that is their position on this case. I want you to understand that with this lesser of conviction, right, second degree, is going to come a lesser sentence. Now, the structure, I believe, is between 4 and 20 years. He's not going to get 4, and he sure as hell isn't going to get 20. That means more than likely, if we look at other previous cases, all right, as a precedent for this one, we're looking at anywhere between, 10 and 14. That's my guess. That's my best bet. But if you take that into account, that means he's going to serve half, all right? That's what he's going to serve. He's going to serve half.
Come on now, dog.
So now we're looking at either 5 or 7 years. If you think that is justice for a cold-blooded murder, which is exactly what that was, then you are a fool. Then you are a racist or you are a simpleton. Pick one, all right? You may be both. Because if you look at the video, it is very clear that upon her saying, hey, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, this man says, no, the F you won't, and pulls out his gun.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
I want you to think about that. I've already done a video on this, but when I say this is a lineage of evil, when I say these are demons, that's how a demon would respond, mind you. If I say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, who are you rebuking, right? We see in the scripture, I know for those of you who are atheists, agnostic, just bear with me. In the scripture, what happened? I cast you out in the name of Jesus, right? You cast people out and the demon wanted to go into a pig. I'm not making this up, right? He's in the temple and the demon was like, yo, just don't send me to hell, send me to a pig, send me to the swine, all right? And you have this swine with the badge who pulled out his gun and says, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Shoot you in the face. You tell me how that's not premeditated murder upon him saying he's going to do something and then following up and using pretext. The pretext was the boiling water. The pretext to then go and take her life. You tell me how that's not first degree. And the reason why it's not first degree, I'm going to inform you. The reason why is because the jury believed him when he said he feared for his life.
Nigga, please.
That's correct. He feared for his life. Now, riddle me this, Batman. The person with the firearm feared for his life. The person with the firearm and then said he was then going to be the aggressor, right? Going to escalate by saying, I'm going to shoot you in the face. That person feared for this life. The person that had the firearm, that was the aggressor, that made the threat of shooting the person in the face, that then proceeded to walk towards the threat that he allegedly feared for his life. That's the person that you believe feared for his life? That's the person that the jury believed feared for his life?
Oh, shit!
You tell me this country isn't racist. You tell me. For all you bootlicking Sambo soldiers out there, this is how your country feels about you, okay? All right? This is how they treat you. Now, you have two options, black man, black woman. You have two options, black American, foundational, whatever you call yourself. You can either fight or you can deal with this. And if you think this is justice, let's go on about our day, all right? I'm not even going to complain anymore. I'm just going to say, yeah, that makes sense, because that's where we're at. That's where we are at in this period of time as black Americans. What needs to happen is some repercussions. That's what needs to happen. If he serves time in prison, repercussions need to happen in prison. The moment he steps foot on dry land, on him being free outside of prison, repercussions need to happen. Now, don't take this any type of negative way or any hostility or me advocating for violence. No, that could be the furthest thing from the truth. I don't advocate for violence. What I advocate is for you to communicate to these demons that this behavior is unacceptable.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
That's what I would advocate for. And there's a myriad of ways to make that communication. They've been communicating to us this entire 400 years plus that they don't value our lives, all right? That they don't value. And if black people can allow a George Zimmerman to walk in broad daylight without fear of any type of repercussions, then what are we talking about? You a slave. You a slave, just a little more free range. You a free range slave. That's what you are, okay? You're nothing more than a pig at a slaughterhouse.
He's out of line, but he's right.
They think, ooh, we eating good. I can go anything that I want to go, right? But there's a fence right there. And that fence is eventually going to lead you back to the slaughterhouse when the time comes. This is a pivotal, crucial moment in this country. We already saw what they viewed of us, of Daniel Penny. We are seeing literally right now, where you have these demons on the right. You have these demons trying to justify the actions of the officer. They will always justify their wicked behavior. Don't look to them to have some type of impartial judgment. Don't look to them to see, you know what, that's wrong. They will never call out the wicked. They will never call out their wicked behavior. They have come to kill, steal, and destroy. These demons are doing exactly what the demons do. When's the last time you heard a demon say, don't do that, that's evil? Never. It won't happen. Damn. They will always justify Black death. Always. There is never a case in the history of this country where they have not justified Black death. Never. And every single time they want to give this veneer of justice, right? They switch it up just as fast. They'll be the first one to say, oh, this is horrible what happened to George Floyd, and then switch it up and be like, you know what? He was actually innocent. Whether it's Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile, they will always find a way to justify Black death. They will always find a way to justify the wicked nature.
I'm sorry, if I see a Black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
And it's time.
Actually, I gotta keep that. I gotta clip that for all them folks that came over here trying to defend Charlie Kirk when he got popped. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about a racist dying. I gotta say that clip. Why you say, oh boy, I hope he's qualified if he's Black? Straight ass comment, bro. He ain't say that about no white folks, no Asian folks, no Mexicans. He already said fucked up shit about Mexicans though. He had a slew of different groups of people he didn't like, but his number one focus was Black people. Always talking shit about Black people. The only time he talked about white people is if they were a Democrat. That's the only time he ever said anything about them.
For Black people to either put up or shut up, because I'm sick and tired of covering these stories and seeing these Negroes talking about, yeah, we won, yeah, we win. This ain't victory. This ain't victory whatsoever at all. This is an L. Because what they are relaying to everyone else who's watching, best believe this is on the world stage. What they are relaying to everyone is that, hey, we can kill these people and get away with it. What is 5-7 years? What is that? That is nothing, okay? That is nothing. That is their nature. We see in the scripture, the swine, these demons, these pigs, that's what they do. So I'm a little livid, all right? I'm a bit passionate about what's going on and what happened. I'm just a little also disgusted with the response from many Black people who are like, you know what, this is about time. We need justice. You know what, he didn't get first degree, but at least we got second degree. That's not good enough, okay? That is not good enough. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think. It looks like she was trying to throw boiling water on him, okay? So he didn't deserve first degree. Or if you believe, be quiet, Satan, all right? You should keep quiet, Satan, all right? How about you go into a pig, all right? We see you clearly have inhabited a lot of pigs, all right? A lot of swine. How about you keep quiet, all right? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How about that? Anyways, if you happen to disagree, you know.
And I'm pretty sure they probably calling his show right now, disagreeing with him right now. But I wanted him to get that off his chest because, like, bro, I agree with him until he got to the dark part. Like, honestly, I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm just gonna say I don't agree with him on the dark part. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Save face around here and shit. Cause nah, bro, people shouldn't be happy about that situation. The judge, y'all heard it when I played the first video. The judge threw out 2 of the charges that the DA had already brought against him. Why are you throwing these charges out when they actually are applicable to what actually happened, transpired in that video? And then somehow, some way, these people deliberated for 11 hours and they could only deliberate on second-degree murder. That dude premeditated that when he told her what he was gonna do. Even when I sat in here and covered the video talking about it before when it first happened, it's like people just kept trying to make it seem like she was trying to do something to him. You watch the video, she clearly never ever tried to do nothing to that guy. And then on top of that, he put himself into that situation. He was the one who told her to go get the water. He's the one who ran up on her with a gun to come around the counter to try to get a better shot at her. That lady didn't make any type of movement towards him. And somehow they got it down to second degree. That's why he's saying he's pissed off about that. There's no way that's second degree. I know fathers that accidentally forget their kids in the car. Mothers that accidentally forget their kids in the car don't even get. Man, they be getting them like involuntary. This motherfucker intentionally did something. We saw it. So I feel Lucas on with him saying that, man. I'm like, look, dude, that's crazy, man. How can you get down like that and people just sit around here and be okay with that shit? It's not truly justice. Did black people get something? Did her family get something for the situation? Yeah, they got something. But did they get what they deserve is the question. This dude be out in 5 years, y'all. Think about that. At the bare minimum, who the fuck is okay with that? This man did that shit with his body cam on. Well, he didn't have his body cam on. His partner had his body cam on. He had somebody else in that room with him. In that room, in that house with him that night. And he still did it. There's somebody right there with you. And still did it. But if y'all think that's crazy, some people be like, man, get over it. Get over it, man. He's convicted. Yeah, she's dead. 5 years for killing somebody. 7 years for killing somebody. Yeah. I know I wouldn't get no 5-7 years. But it's kind of interesting when Lucas was talking about how certain people get down, how certain people operate when it comes to this shit. I'm gonna show you something. I'll show you something. Some people ain't gonna like this video. I'll be honest with you. But shout out to Antonio Talks. I didn't cover this guy before. He also got a channel called Antonio Speaks and shit. A lot of black folks got this thing called white fatigue. It's really, look, we got to change it up and call it white fatigue now because white folks stole black fatigue. Black fatigue was actually black folks being tired of y'all shit, but now y'all took it to say that y'all tired of black people. So we're gonna use white fatigue right now, and Antonio gonna talk about it because this double standard is kind of out of control and it needs to be fixed. Cause like the problem ain't over here when it comes to this country. I say that all the time. The problem ain't over here. I know that people want to talk about black people all the time. The problem ain't over here for why this country fucked up. I just guarantee you that. But either way, though, let's go ahead and get this up here.
So this had to be like about 2 weeks ago now. I had dropped a video talking about all of the child you-know-what crimes that were being committed by white men. It was from like October 1st to October 12th. And it had to be about like 30 or 40 cases. In the video, I was like bleeping words out. I wasn't even going into full descriptions of the cases. And it was sick, by the way. It was like with little infant children too. No longer than like 3 hours of me dropping that video, boom, got hit with an age restriction. It had like 30K views at the time. And if you know anything about YouTube, once it get hit with that, it's no longer being pushed. So I just ended up deleting the video. And I just find it so funny that people can make black fatigue videos talking about all the bad things that we do. But as soon as I point out something with actual like news cases, YouTube be like, nah, we can't do that. It's all good though, man. That's in the past.
For the people that might be in the back talking about, oh, stop complaining, he lying. Nah, it's actually true. Maybe age restrictions for shit when you show certain people doing certain things. But when there's other people, it's like, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead and get that money, baby.
I'm gonna find a workaround to talk about it.
An Oklahoma teen who is staring down the barrel of 80 years in jail for...
Now, I want y'all to hear this first story right here, because this is some of the most sickening shit. And look, just listen to this. Just listen to this.
That's in the past. I'm gonna find a workaround to talk about it.
An Oklahoma teen who is staring down the barrel of 80 years in jail for raping and assaulting 2 high school girlfriends dodged prison time completely thanks to a sweetheart plea deal.
I'm sorry to pause already, bro. We just started. He was facing 80 years for you know what and 2 other women or young ladies. White man, by the way. And I'm gonna say this all the time. People like Steven Crowder, the dude who went to the barbershop to discuss black fatigue, or Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? People went around talking about black problems when y'all need to be addressing things like this. And why y'all lead in every you know what crime. Address stuff like this. Young men coming up like this, bro.
And as you can imagine, parents and lawmakers are losing their minds over this. Jesse Mack Butler was 17 when he attacked 2 16-year-olds, leaving one of them teetering on the edge of death after he choked her to the point of being unconscious. Butler was arrested and charged as an adult with 10 felony counts. He first pleaded not guilty to all 10, but later struck a deal with the DA. A deal that is going to make your blood boil. Prosecutors agreed to change his status from adult to youthful offender and then allow him to plead no contest. And that swap changed everything. Youthful offenders get more lenient penalties, and Butler, the son of a prominent local sports coach, was sentenced last week to just a year of rehabilitation and community service. And let me tell you, he could not have looked more smug in court either. We have a photo of him on the website wearing these obnoxious, oversized, mirrored sunglasses.
See the little ass over there? So, you know, we had a time where that I think it was maybe a couple months ago, there was a so-called big balls, that worked for Elon Musk and Trump them in the federal government, finding all this waste, fraud, and abuse or whatever. Supposedly he got beat up one night by some teens in Washington, D.C., just out having a good time with a girl, supposedly, and they beat him up. And these were, some people were saying like 15, 16-year-olds. That's the reports I was getting. These folks were yelling and crying for them to charge those kids, if they ever did find those kids, charge them as adults for beating up somebody. These nasty, sick motherfuckers heard about this little boy, proved that this 17-year-old, because our 17-year-olds are grown, this 17-year-old raped two 16-year-old girls. White girls. And y'all let him plead down to a child and just plead no contest? Donald Trump wanted the death penalty for the Central Park 5. Took out a whole ad in the New York Times. He found there was a black kids and a white woman. Oh, Lord. It was one Hispanic too, I think. One or two. But mainly black. That was the situation. He took a whole page ad out to get the death penalty for these folks. But somehow this little kid can sit right here and rape two girls from their community. And y'all let him walk this shit as a child? Bruh. The motherfucking Central Park 5 spent more time in jail than the officer that shot Sonya Massey in the face gonna get. Think about how crazy that is. This right here ain't even gonna get no time in jail. Just go to rehabilitation, do some community service, and we'll probably count your fucking rehabilitation time as community service too. Because sometimes they like to look out for you on that shit too. This is crazy. Just sitting over there, look at him. I've been dealing. I don't know what kind of sick ass shit this is.
Just chilling on a bench inside of the courthouse like it was any other day. Now, I'm going to put a link in the show notes so you can rage right along with me. Meanwhile, one of the victims who was repeatedly needed surgery to her neck because of how severely she was choked. And police found video of some of this violence on the kid's phone. Now, the mother of one victim called the plea deal appalling, and the mother of the second victim, citing the likelihood that he could do this again, said, quote, "I cannot know that another mother is going to have to go through what I went through."
I just want to say, man, where is the media outrage for this? Like, let's take, for example, the Charlotte situation with the young lady. That was demonic by that man who did that. And he just happened to be black. When I tell you, to this day on Twitter or Instagram or something like that, I still see people posting about it now. We mad, let's go to war for her. And I can guarantee you, they don't care about the girl. They just care about the narrative. Black man kills white girl. Man, what? And it's always these conservative pages on like Twitter and stuff, Instagram, or even like YouTube and Fox News that love to post these racially motivated attacks. But when it's something like this, in home, white on white, you rarely see footage of it. When I tell y'all, bro, it's all about the narrative. They control the narrative. That's why I be dropping these white fatigue videos, bro. I just want to change that narrative because everyone thinks, oh yeah, black people violent. Okay, we violent. Y'all some sickos. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be touching on them little kids. Y'all need to worry about that.
If I could make this up, I would. But
y'all about to get another one. We got two more inside of this. I think he got that is going to astound you. And I bet money you've never heard about any of these situations. I bet y'all didn't hear about the last one. I bet y'all ain't gonna hear about this one either.
Taylor, man.
Let's get right into it.
Lock him
y'all
up.
Remember the TikTok viral old man, Norman Taylor, the lock him up. But come to find out, he just been arrested. And he been arrested for sexual battery. Can you believe?
Why is it always something like, we gotta stop?
Because a lot of them motherfuckers can't get no pussy. The women don't like them. You want to be real. It's the same. It's kind of similar to what Asian guys kind of be on. Because they women don't really like them either. To ask your question, why? That's the question you should ask yourself. Why are women don't like you instead of just... Because, man, look, these motherfuckers be touching folks, bro. They be touching folks. And it's crazy. They be touching folks. Touch yourself.
Start using our pattern recognition skills, man. It's just like, damn, 9 times out of 10 is this.
So my question to him is, did he have permission, written permission? Because he out here touching private property. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this.
Oh yeah, y'all. If y'all don't remember the video, we gonna show the video, man. This dude right here, it's very interesting that it come from a person like this, but it's not surprising when you actually starting to pay attention to the patterns.
To the comment section.
Got permission?
Yeah,
Written permission from Trey Taylor,
Trey Taylor?
Crew Tractor.
Oh, Crew Tractor.
Yeah, who told you to fish here?
I thought it was state
Trey
property.
Norman.
State.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
state.
It ain't.
It's the road, dude. This ain't no state property. This is private property. A man just called me and called Trey and said, Trey, they're fishing this pond. He said, lock them up.
Nah, yo,
Oh, man.
No, Trey.
Lock them
Norman.
up.
We about to leave, man.
You better leave, because I can tell you, he gonna call it on.
Tell Trey Taylor I caught a 10 pound out this.
No. What's your opinion on racism?
I have black friends.
What's your
Ray Taylor, that's that old man, but he out here touching people though. Talking about lock him up.
opinion on racism?
What this guy about to say right here is just don't brace yourself for it, okay? And I actually have an opinion about what he's about to say, and it might surprise you.
Racism.
I'm actually racist.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't surprised.
He's
Look at
never
him.
not said that. There's no inconsistencies.
Yeah.
I support re-migration.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
All right.
What is that? What is that? And do you really support it? I really do. What is it? That was a big thing. We were going to we colonized Liberia specifically to send the African Americans back. And I truthfully, I do feel bad. We did that to a lot of them. I do feel bad for the American Negro. I think they do, have somewhat of a plight after slavery, and so I do support reparations, but I also support remigration, sending them back.
Hey, you feel me?
I'm with him on the reparations. And I do respect honesty. I'm with him on the reparations part. Going to Liberia, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. We was actually here before y'all, so not gonna happen on that one. But I'm with you on the first part. I mean, I'm with you on the reparations part, and I appreciate your honesty. And I appreciate your honesty because it's better to know who you're dealing with than to be surprised later on. Especially for people that be thinking and paying attention to what the fuck is going on around them. It helps us out. It helps us move accordingly. So I ain't got to deal with you. I can avoid you if I know you garner those type of thoughts. But some of y'all motherfuckers be right up in people's faces just smiling and shit, knowing y'all hate black folks. I don't like that. But either way, though, let them keep going.
That's all I be wanting. Just be honest. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't be like Charlie Kirk. Oh, duh. Like, stand on your racism. If you racist, say that. Say it with your chest. You feel me?
This is the face of a man that is a useless bum. He left his 2-year-old daughter in the car when it was 109 degrees outside. You're probably wondering what was so important that he left his daughter in the car. He was playing video games and watching adult material. Keep in mind, this father did not have a job. His wife was a doctor.
Man, look, and where the white dudes at talking about why ain't none of these black people talking right? Because I ain't heard nothing but black people talking pretty eloquent to be honest. This motherfucker right here sound real eloquent right now. I ain't heard nobody come around and talk about how black people talk. I'm probably your best shot tonight to get somebody talking funny because I'm just going off the cuff. But these brothers speak very well, but they be talking about how we talk though.
The only thing he had to do was take care of his own kids. Instead, he was too busy gooning. He was pleasing himself. This bum of a father, his name is Christopher Schultes. On July 9th of 2024, the police got a call from Christopher that his daughter wasn't breathing. When police and first responders got to the scene, the story he told was a lie. Christopher and his wife had 3 children together. On July 9th, Christopher put his youngest daughter in the car and they went to the grocery store. At this grocery store, you could see Christopher, but his daughter was nowhere to be seen. This is because he left her in the car when it was 109 degrees. At this very grocery store, you can see Christopher go into the bathroom with several beers. When he comes out the bathroom, there is less beers than when he came in. At 12:52 p.m., the other daughters of Christopher arrive at home. They were coming back from having fun at a trampoline park. 1 minute later at 12:53 p.m., Christopher comes home. But you never see his youngest daughter get out of the car. This is because he left her there. For hours, Christopher is at home playing video games, watching adult material, likely beating his meat. But then his wife gets home. She quickly checks on her daughters, but she notices one is missing. So she questions Christopher, where is our daughter? He starts looking around the house, but then he goes back to the car. This is where their daughter is found dead. Initially, he was charged with second-degree murder, but it was upgraded to first-degree murder. This
second degree for accidentally leaving your child in the car and they end up going bye-bye. But it got upgraded to first. We saw somebody shoot somebody in the face. No threat presented to him. Took it from first down to 2. Interesting.
Stay-at-home dad who had no job let his 2-year-old daughter die. In May of 2025, a judge let him go on vacation. He was charged with the murder of his
dad, charged with deleting his daughter, allowed to go on family vacation to Hawaii with wife and surviving kids. A judge. You got another judge that want to throw out charges, then another judge that want to let a person who we know deleted his own child, even by accident, but you know, he was doing some other stuff, which we need to bring into question. His child got deleted on his watch, and you letting this bitch go on vacation with his other kids and his wife to Hawaii. That's interesting.
His own daughter, and they let him vacation in Hawaii.
They be having so much grace for these white people, dog. But when it's us, no matter the circumstances of our situations, we don't care about that. You pull yourself up by your bootstraps, like. And this is the news article, bro. Man, what the hell?
I deserve better than that. I don't want.
Now this one right here, if any of y'all know him, we don't advocate for violence and nothing like that, but somebody need to have a conversation on this one right here. But I do appreciate people standing on their shit if they stand on it. But it's about to get real dark right here, y'all. And this is their youth. I want y'all to understand this is some of these people's kids. Like, and these kids didn't just learn this from nowhere. They learned it from somewhere. And the first place I would always look is at home. So what that family structure looking like and what the mother and what the father inputting on this kid that had this kid thinking like this. But I want y'all to see this. It's about to get dark, y'all. It's about to get real dark.
I deserve better than that. I don't want some fucking, motherfucker looking like that in my house. You heard what I said. I'm not afraid. You guys, I've been saying this shit for months. You act like it's a big deal, like I've not said the N-word a million fucking times. Yeah, I believe this shit. I don't care that I don't like you people. I didn't like you back in March when you guys were spouting off and you were asking me about, oh, is he a Trump supporter? No shit. I didn't vote for the bitch because she was black.
I mean, that's just what I expect from a young Caucasian male living in 2025.
You wonder why folks
probably
look at y'all.
listen to Charlie Kirk. So, I mean...
And look, and a lot of white folks be wondering why certain black people look at them like that. And it's like, ain't that the same excuse that y'all try to use against black people when y'all say the reason I don't like black people? Because, I see y'all on the news and doing stuff. We all talk about y'all all the time, goddammit. Okay, then, well, we see y'all on the internet. We see it. So we can use the same logic of, yep, if I saw this, then it's all y'all. Don't get mad. Get glad. Y'all be in the commercials, don't get mad, get glad.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't surprising to me no more. It don't make me mad no more. I just kind of expect this shit from these. Like, I feel like it'll slip out eventually with a lot of them.
And if we were on Instagram right now, I would have just said the N-word. You get what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't like you because you're black. I don't like you because you're brown. I don't like you because you're any other color than my skin color. And it's not going to change tomorrow. It's not going to change the next day. I have to hate something. I grew up in a hospital.
Y'all hurt? Nigga, he said, I have to hate something. Like, what? What the? Bro, this is not hate for people that don't even be thinking about y'all. I understand black people can be racist as well. But you don't see no black person
I don't really agree with that.
That's just like racist because, oh, you're not the same skin color as me. Like, you don't see that shit at all, bro. I've never met a black person that's racist because of that. Like, I know some racist black people, but it ain't because of that. It ain't because of just their skin color. It's because of all the shit that we done been through, But this nigga right,
that's not racist. And I wanted to explain that to him. That's not racist, bro. Not liking a group of people because you have a history of bad things being done to you coming from those people is not racist. Racist is to hate somebody just on the color of their skin. No, a motherfucker actually got a history of doing shit to me. It's like, that's not racist. That's why I be laughing when they be like, black people. I be hearing white people say it all the time. Black people are racist. They're some of the most racist against whites. It's like, how the fuck are they racist against you? First off, we ain't got no power over your ass. And then secondly, they don't like you because of what you and your ancestors did to them. That's not racist. Y'all don't like black people just because they're black. It's just like, that's racist. So I disagree with him on that one. But, you know, that's just my belief. Some other people can believe whatever the hell they want to believe.
Here, he just racist because you ain't white. Like, I
don't feel guilty when I do things to certain people. And if you look a certain way,
they dehumanize you. That's why I say, that's why this black fatigue content and shit is so dangerous. People, they think like him. If you dehumanize someone, when you do something bad to them, you're not going to care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always that. That's why it's just subliminally with black is bad. Like, that's what they did during slavery time. They're not real humans. They can't feel pain. They can't do this. Dehumanize them so they don't make them feel bad when they actually do what they want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, just the mind of a demon, dog. These niggas right here. Like, look at him, bro. Like, he look like he on meth or some shit.
I'm not going to feel bad about if I hurt you. So if you look a certain color, or if you are a certain gender, or you are, you know, gay, yeah, it's not going to bother me one bit if something bad happens to you. You get what I'm saying? They're like flies. Yeah. You know what you do to flies? I don't have to say it. You know what you do to mice when you're in your fucking house?
Look, y'all, this is why we be getting some of the judgments and jury outcomes in court, because you got people on the jury like this fellow right here, and he just wasn't born this way. He learned this. Somebody taught this to him. He just didn't come out like that. Somebody taught him, and they've been teaching him for a long time.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't like you people. When I see a black person or a brown person, I click my key fob 3 or 4 times to make sure that they fucking know that I clicked it. And I look at them too.
And he sounded like he from up north too.
Why? Because I'm big and tough. If they want to start shit, let's do it, bitch. Why do you get a mousetrap? And if you don't accept Jesus, you're gonna go to hell. So
this nigga just said, he just said all of that and then brought up God, Christianity, Jesus.
Shit, hold on now. It's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
Jesus Christ.
We needed to say all of that. He didn't brought up Jesus. Fuck, hold up.
Want to start shit? Let's do it, bitch. Why do you get a mousetrap? And if you don't accept Jesus, you're gonna go to hell. So
this nigga just said, he just said all of that and then brought up God, Christianity, Jesus.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna start with y'all. I ain't gonna start with y'all Christians, bro. I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start. But real talk though, it's no love like Christian hate, and that's he embodies it. He embodies it. And like all my black Christians, y'all worship the same God. Y'all going to the same heaven. Y'all praying to the same person. He's answering y'all same prayers. You and that man, right? You and this individual right here. Oh, let me guess. He's just misguided. You know, God, you know, you understand. Fuck that shit, boy. Y'all, I tell y'all got that, my nigga.
I'm not saying you gotta be a good Christian, but when you accept all this nonsense, then it's just gonna go downhill. I'm just telling you right now.
That fatigue is fatiguing, man. And if you white, bro,
that's crazy right there. And that man, look. I appreciate the honesty, but that's some dark ass shit right there. And it'll be one thing, and I always say this, it'll be one thing if somebody can actually substantiate why they don't like certain people, like if something actually happened to them. And we would all still sit here and tell people, like, you know, you need to get past that, you know, you need to be the bigger person and all that woo stuff. That's what we be telling people and shit. But in this situation right here, I'm like, come on now. Like this hey man, this right here. I I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is real dark right now. That's real dark. And that comes from a special place. And I don't think a lot of people that actually have a good heart and actually care about their fellow man, not just their fellow American, but a fellow man, period. I don't think we would agree that we want people like that walking around out here. Like, we need to eradicate that shit from society and from the world. Evil don't have a place in society. Like, that's the problem. We got so many people that make excuses for evil. Evil does not have a place in society. It should never have a place in society. Ever. Ever. Nobody needs that in our country, man. We don't need that shit. We don't need that in this world. Bro, people get harmed and hurt because of that type of shit. And it's all just out of stupidity. Like a smooth brain individual thinking type mindset, bro. Like, why a color bothers you? That type of evil, that type of shit needs to be eradicated from this world, bro. Too many people done lost their lives over that ignorance, man. And people need to open their mouth and say something about it, man. I get pissed off seeing people that have so much sympathy when they see an evil motherfucker like that do something. They still got sympathy for that motherfucker, but when that motherfucker do something like when you do something, you see any sympathy for you, your people? None. That evil shit need to be eradicated. But look, I'm gonna show y'all something because we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna switch it up, man, because I'm gonna show y'all what they did to this man for posting a meme on the internet, y'all. Y'all would not believe this, but this really happened, y'all. This really happened. And I got an update. On it. I was amazed that I got this shit all within 2 days. I was like, yeah, bet. Got the actual problem and an update. But we about to go to TYT real quick, like talk to Dr. Rashad Ritchie. And we're gonna get this story real quick, like on this gentleman who was arrested, y'all, for posting a meme on the internet, and somebody got in their feels. And we got an issue. Somebody about to get paid, bro. Check it out.
Taken to jail for saying something about the deceased Charlie Kirk. Here's a video.
And just to clarify, this is what they charged him with. Threatening mass violence at a school.
At a school?
It's referring to the school. I have no idea. That's what they've called us for, and I ain't got a clue.
I played on Facebook.
They arrested him on the charge of threatening to do something to a school or at a school. Let me say it one more time.
This is what they charged him with. Threatening mass violence at a school.
Threatening mass violence at a school, y'all. All right, that's what they charged him with. That's what they said he said on the internet. All right, y'all, make sure y'all understand this. They said he threatened mass shooting at a school, mass violence, pretty much. Let's see what he actually put up.
At a school?
It's referring to the school. I have no idea. That's what they've called us for, and I ain't got a clue.
I played on Facebook. That's what I know. What I know, you don't give a.
I ain't got a clue. I just had to do what I had to do.
I've been in Facebook.
I'm not saying you did or didn't do anything.
No, I did do, but I didn't feel like you committed a crime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you did or did not commit a crime.
I may have been, but
that's not illegal.
Oh, I have a background to give you. Put it up full mask here. According to The Intercept, Larry Bouchard Jr. posted trolling memes on a Facebook thread on September 21st about a vigil for Charlie Kirk, and he's been in a Tennessee jail ever since. Now see, Larry about to get paid. I'm going to tell you why. The meme in question is this.
Read it. He posted, "This seems relevant today." He got a picture of Trump on there. He said, "We have to get over it." Underneath, Donald Trump on Perry High School mass shooting one day after. He posted that. And they locked him up. He posted that, y'all. I want y'all to understand that's what he posted, and that's what they locked him up for. Said that he threatened violence on the school. He posted that. That, y'all, look at the screen. He posted that. And they came to his house and locked him up, said that he was threatening violence against the school. He posted that. All right, let's keep going.
We have to get over it. Yeah, that's the meme in question, ladies and gentlemen. The post had gotten the attention of Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems. You see, Nick, that is the sheriff. Nick, I'm telling you this, sir, because I think I care about you more than you care about yourself. You look like you just came from a cocaine binge. I don't know where you took that picture, sir, or who was in charge of your lighting, but please get you a new communications director, sir. This is not flattering at all. So the county sheriff, Nick Weems, an avid Facebook user himself, Weems had shared the information about the Kirk vigil on his own page a few days earlier. He had also posted his own emotional response to the news of Kirk's murder in September, warning about the evil in our midst. Quote, evil could be your neighbor. He wrote, quote, evil could be standing right beside you in the grocery store. It could be your own family member, and you never know it, sir. You're sounding paranoid, sir. Weems contacted his investigator, okay? Just under an hour later in Lexington, Larry wrote a 2-line post on Facebook at 7:53 p.m., received a visit from Lexington PD regarding my posted memes on what's happening in Perry County. He wrote, the police had come to the behest of Perry County, he said, but did not elaborate. If he was concerned, Larry Bouchard didn't show it. He went back to posting after the visitation from the cops at about 9:48 p.m. Larry Bouchard shared a meme from a page called Blue Wave 2026 featuring an unhinged looking Roseanne Barr. Quote, many MAGA are claiming that Obama used the pressure of his office and the FCC to get Roseanne canceled, just like Trump did to Kimmel, it read. Except Obama wasn't president in 2018. Care to guess who was? End quote. That's called a statement of fact, actually. It would be.
You know what it looked like? He online trolling these motherfuckers. He know he got some racist ass MAGA supporters in his community, and he trolling them on the internet. And he's pointing out a fact about it. You know, they mad about. He said pretty much they mad about Obama using his office to cancel Roseanne. But the funny thing is, Obama wasn't president when Roseanne got canceled. So it's like, ha in your face. They didn't like that. The sheriff obviously didn't like it. The cocaine binge motherfucker didn't like it.
Be his last post that night. So at 11:15 p.m., police knocked on his door again. This time there were 4 police officers, one of whom was holding a warrant for his arrest, which had been sent from Perry County. Body camera footage obtained by The Intercept shows police following Larry Bouchard inside his house and waiting while he slips on his shoes.
Hey, look, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Again! This sound like some super snowflake shit right here, y'all. So he made a post at like 9 something. Y'all already came to his house before. Then he made a post at like 9 something. Y'all showed back up at his house at 11:15 to arrest this motherfucker for a post on the internet. Y'all, somebody got triggered, bro. Somebody got really triggered. Somebody, and I think it was the sheriff, the Cocaine County motherfucker.
Then they handcuff him on his front porch, lead him away. Arriving at the local jail, the officer with the warrant unfolded the piece of paper. Quote, just to clarify, this is what they charge you with, he told Bouchard, pointing and reading aloud. Threatening mass violence at a school. End quote. Bouchard Jr. faces felony charges for threatening a mass shooting at Perry County High School, even though Sheriff Nick Weems admits the meme does not actually contain any threatening words that led investigators to think it was a real threat. The case, Weems said, hinges on how some people in Perry County may have interpreted the meme that noted Trump's response to a school shooting in Perry, Iowa. Bouchard has sat in jail for more than a month, unable to make the $2 million bond.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Where Bernie at?
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
So we already know, like, I know from just listening, if y'all following good, we already know they locked this man up for some bullshit. He been sitting in jail for 2 fucking months? Y'all set his bond at I'm sorry, a month. More than a month. Y'all set his bond at $2 million? Man, I bet money the motherfucker that shot Sonya Massey in the face, bond wasn't no $2 million. Like, what kind of shit is... Okay. Somebody in they feels. Somebody in they feels. He talking shit about MAGA folks, and they got this man in jail. Somebody in they feels. Talking about snowflakes, huh?
Set by the local judge. You already got to know this is corruption, and the fix is in. People are locked up for murder, don't even get a $2 million bond.
Yeah, tell them.
The sheriff is interesting. Put him back up again. So the sheriff admits, he says, well, there's no threatening language in the meme itself. This is about the interpretation of some people. Well, you would have a point here, Sheriff, if we were talking about civil law, because civil law provides that allowance, meaning you can say something about another person, and it's not really about what you said. It is about the subjective interpretation of what was said about that person to another individual, meaning, generally speaking, would a person believe that this is negative? Well, if that's the case, civilly, you may be on the hook for something.
Somebody
But,
get some
sir,
law school.
Not only is it not contextualized in criminal law, you would have a hard time even landing that case in a civil court. Quote, this has everything to do with the guy coming onto a Perry County page, posting this picture, leading people in our community to believe that there was a hypothetical Perry County high school shooting that caused fear in our community. And we done something about it. That's how he talks, okay? He said, we done something about it, Sheriff Weems said in an exclusive interview with News Channel 5 Investigates. You are right, sir. You've done something about it. Opened yourself in your personal capacity, opened your investigators in their personal capacity, and your sheriff's office in its professional capacity to an upcoming lawsuit. That's what you have done. You are actively engaged in defunding the police, and obviously proud of it because you decided to give an interview, and I'm sure without any counsel present, just based on what you've said. News Channel 5 Investigates noted, quote, it doesn't say Perry County High School, quote, it says Perry High School mass shooting one day after, okay? That led people to believe in our county that he's talking about Perry County High School, because it doesn't say Iowa either. We pressed the sheriff, but you also knew this was an existing meme that was already out there on the internet, correct? The sheriff agreed, yeah. Again, we noted. So it's clear he's not talking about Perry County High School. We knew, the sheriff said. The public did not know. God damn.
Bruh, look, think about all this interview he did is gonna kill the fucking city. Like, they gonna come out that pocket. Unless the judge gonna give you in on it too. But you take that shit to the state, like, bruh, ain't no way. This motherfucker admitting that he knew that you wasn't fucking even talking about them and it wasn't even a threat. But you sent your officers, you literally at your behest, you told your investigators to look at this shit, and you told your officers to go arrest that man, and y'all kept him in jail. And somehow a judge is in on it because the motherfucker goddamn bond was $2 million. But you admitting to the bullshit right now. I need, the only way you're going to say is at the public behest, whatever, somebody better have called y'all and reported this shit. If it was just you seeing it on the internet and feeling some type of way about it, no. Do we got some calls or some for concerned citizens? Because he keeps saying people were concerned, the public safety and all this other shit. So, okay, let's keep going.
Put the sheriff back up. Sheriff, I'm now convinced you were on the cocaine binge the night before the interview. You just admitted, sir, that the police were aware that no crime has taken place. You said we knew that there was nothing illegal about this. But see, the people, well, guess what, sir? Statutory. That doesn't override the knowledge of the investigator. If that was the standard, that means an investigator can say, well, listen, I knew the guy didn't do it. But see, all these people in the community thought he did, and so we had to go ahead and arrest him. Doesn't make sense now, does it? All right. It wasn't your best day, I know. Okay.
Stupid.
News Channel 5.
Hey, look, we don't want no incompetence. We don't want no DEI, y'all. We want the best of the best of the best, y'all. It's the fucking sheriff. All right? That's the top of the top right there, right? Okay.
Had one more question for the good old sheriff here. They said he done something. Quote, in your heart, do you think Larry Bouchard was threatening to shoot up Perry County High School? In my heart, he responded, I think Larry Bouchard knew what he was doing once we made contact with him, or when law enforcement made contact with him. I believe that he knew what he was doing. And in my heart, he violated the law set forth by our legislators. Put him up, man.
Good accent, though. That's a good accent, though.
Man, you getting all these other folks involved. All right, so Weems said the arrest
That's the DA
was
right
also approved by the district attorney. He's done got the judge involved, $2 million on the bond. He got the DA involved. This DA signed off on the arrest, as did the judicial commissioner.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, this is the top of the top, the best of the best. This is what we looking for in America, y'all. You know, y'all see that right there? That's what y'all need to emulate, because that's what they looking for. We ain't got time to see nobody that look like me up there, no Hispanic up there, no Indian person. No, we want the best, and the best look like that. Remember that. Remember that, y'all. Remember that. Just a bunch of smooth-brain individuals.
Weems had been happy to publicize Bouchard's arrest at first. In the earliest news story on September 22nd, local radio station WOPC published Bouchard's mugshot along with a statement from the sheriff, who said that Bouchard's meme had alluded to, quote, a hypothetical shooting at a place called Perry High School, according to Weems. Quote, that message caused considerable concern within the community, and we were asked to investigate. Yet there were no public signs of this alleged hysteria. Once again, Sheriff, you sound paranoid, sir. That's one of the effects of cocaine.
So ain't nobody in the community said nothing about this, but y'all reasoning is that somebody in the community said something about it. It was alarming to the community. Ain't nobody complained about this. It seemed like you the only one that had a problem. Hey, see, like you don't want, and that's what happens when you talk too much. You know, when I be telling y'all, like, you get locked up, your lawyer tell you, don't talk to the police. Shut up. That's not from talking.
Abuse. I'm not saying that's what you were doing, sir. I'm just saying to you, you know, you sound paranoid, okay? Nor was there much evidence of an actual investigation, just some cops coming to the house arresting Mr. Bouchard. Or any efforts to warn the county schools.
They didn't say nothing to the schools.
So you did not inform the schools that you believed had been threatened. Although the Perry County School District did not respond to messages from the Intercept, attorneys with the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression filed a series of open records requests with the school district asking for any communications to or from staff pertaining to the case, including terms like shooting, threat, and meme. In response, the director of schools wrote that there were no records related to Larry's case. Quote, the Perry County Sheriff's Department handled this situation, end quote. He wrote, meaning that's something they did on their own. You barking up the wrong tree. We knew nothing about this. That's what the school system has said. Now, I remember, ironically, what is this about? Charlie Kirk. But it's not really about Charlie Kirk, okay? Charlie Kirk decided to embrace the dark side. He decided to engage in a political back and forth that restricted individuals, that othered people, that said things like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. never deserved a holiday. That's what he said.
He did say that, and I don't care. Y'all Charlie Kirk sympathizers. All right, whatever the fuck. I shouldn't feel no type of way. So we shouldn't have a holiday for one of our great leaders that got assassinated by your folks. You know, you probably paid somebody to do it in our community to do it. You know, whatever the hell, but your folks. But we supposed to feel some type of way about you talking shit about that person. They're like, nah, bro, they ain't how I get down. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I don't get down like that.
Decided to be adversarial to Black women in particular. He decided to embrace the politics of restriction. He decided to no longer embrace
a lot of things.
The civility of engagement. He made that decision. Here's what's ironic about this arrest, this level of intolerance by government officials. The Constitution was actually written to protect your speech from governmental intrusion just like this. This is probably one of the most egregious, outright violations of constitutional law. So much so the sheriff doubled down, and then doubled down again. Interviews and written commentary. Nobody's backing him. The school system isn't backing him. You got three human beings. You got the sheriff, you got a judge, and you got a DA who was all willing to do this to Mr. Bouchard. Guaranteed to come back on the powers that be based on the law, based on the rules. But they say they did this in the name of Charlie Kirk because, well, they believe, according to the narrative here, that you can't talk against old Charlie. Now, they will try to make it seem like it's something other than. Don't get distracted. And anytime somebody tells you that this is okay, I want you to remind them of Kirk's own words while he was living before he went to the dark side of this political game. Here it is.
America is a unique place where allowing the best ideas to win is both the means for progress and the essence of freedom. Threats to debate suffocate the air within churches and classrooms, spoil dinners amongst friends, and give unwarranted failing grades to college students and deprive American institutions of conversation. That is over, starting now on Debate Night. Here, all ideas are welcome and conversation is the point. We'll present two sides of an issue and let both points breathe. This isn't for the sake of winning an argument, but for exercising and thus preserving our right to free speech. America is not debatable, but ideas are.
Isn't that something? In the name of Charlie Kirk, these folks have manipulated people. They have manipulated the Constitution. They have manipulated the Bible. They will manipulate God in order to get their way. So please believe me, they are manipulating you today. This is who they are. And they utilize individuals, dead or alive, like pawns in order to express their own bias and hatred that was already in that damn sheriff in the first place, even though he took an oath to uphold the Constitution and protect your rights from people like himself. And those are the facts. All right, Senator, thoughts here?
I mean, it's crazy when you really think about it because, like, look, I used to look at some of the folks when I was in the service. When I'm deployed over there with these folks in the field just doing training or whatever the hell. Man, if it's just even at the gym playing ball or some shit. Look at some of the motherfuckers. It's like, bro, you really a sick ass individual, man. And people try to laugh it off like dudes and certain, like you kind of laugh, you just joking around. Now that motherfucker dead ass serious. That's how that motherfucker truly believes. That's how, like, dude, that. All right, but you swore oath.
This Sheriff Weems is an embarrassment to the residents of Perry County. They need to rethink him being their sheriff.
That motherfucker won an election, y'all. It ain't just like he got a job. Sheriff, you got to run for sheriff. People have to vote on you. You on the ballot, motherfucker. A lot of people thought he's the guy.
The judge and the DA. I mean, Doc, this lawsuit is writing itself.
Yeah.
Mr. Bouchard and whatever attorney, I mean, they have just handed him this lawsuit on a silver platter. I'm really having a WTF moment about this when I was listening to you. I write WTF. Trumped up charges, no pun intended, overreach, wasting taxpayers' dollars. And you hit it on the nail. What happened to freedom of speech? And my grandmother used to say, don't write a check your behind can't cash. But hopefully Mr. Bouchard is going to get one big enough to bounce a bank.
That's right. And the more days he stays inside of that jail, the more they calculate lost income, lost wages, punitive damages, all of that accrues the longer he stays inside of that county jail.
Hey, look, y'all. It's crazy. So this man posted a meme on the internet, and I guess the sheriff got word of it. And sheriff didn't like it. Sheriff didn't like it, y'all. That's the best way to put it. Sheriff did not like it, y'all. He did not like what he saw, and he decided to lock a man up for something he didn't like. And now you got a judge and a DA that's involved in it, so the whole city is gonna be hemmed up for this shit. And he's doubled down on it, done interviews, and literally admitted that, it wasn't threatening, but people perceived it. There's no evidence to even back that up. But even if people perceived it, that's still not the law. It's like, so who cares what the fuck you perceive it as, motherfucker? Is it against the law? That's like saying, I don't like people that wear black shirts. People in the community are concerned with people that wear black shirts. That don't mean you lock people up for wearing black shirts, because it's not against the law, But there was an update. Because right now the man, at least we know he's been in jail for over a month. Well, like I said, there was an update. And I want y'all to see this update on this case. And I told y'all this one happened real fast. It was like back to back. I got this shit within 2 days of each other. Like, bam, they got this shit ready. I don't like having to wait months to get an update like the Sonya Master trial. I don't like to wait that long. I like to know start and end. Let's get through it like a movie.
A Perry County man arrested over a Facebook meme criticizing President Trump is now a free man. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Rogas. This is a story we first reported yesterday on News 2 at 6. Larry Bouchard was arrested and charged with threatening mass violence at...
Think about it. That meme is so terrible that the local news is showing it on their TV. That meme is so threatening. Look at it again, y'all. Think about this is what they locked him up for, y'all. I'm really emphasizing this, like, bruh, they really locked this motherfucker up for this. That mean, matter of fact, I gotta play it.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
They locked this man up for this meme.
The school after sharing this Facebook post following Charlie Kirk's assassination. News 2 just confirmed those charges have been dropped.
This is Kelly Milan is live in Perry County tonight where she spoke to Bouchard as he returned home. Kelly.
Yeah, Bob and Haley, we actually caught up with him as he was coming home, driving home straight from jail. He says he's happy, but he had a really tumultuous year. Take a listen at our conversation we had earlier today. Did you ever think you would end up in jail? I mean, you're a retired officer.
No, I didn't anticipate, you're a bad person there.
And he's a retired officer. So, they willing to do it to their own folks, color-wise, and, supposed to be back in the blue They did it to him because he posted something that went against MAGA. Yeah, I know they say the liberals like to cancel you and shit. You try to take this man's livelihood, man. You try to take his life. Terroristic threats against the school, violence against the school, bro. Y'all lock your ass up in jail for that shit for a hot minute, bro. Like, for real? Y'all try to do that to him because he didn't agree or he posted something that hurt your feelings, pretty much. Something that hurt your feelings. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Either way, though, let's keep going.
They're going to come haul you away. No, this caught me off guard.
Larry Bouchard was arrested in September after sharing a meme quoting President Trump's comment following a
So September. We're at the end of October. So yeah, I got you, man. He's been in there for a while, bro. He's been almost probably going on a month and a half or 2 months. One of the two. He's been in there at least over a month. We know that for a fact.
2024 school shooting in Iowa. Investigators said that sparked fear among parents who saw it on a Perry County Facebook group, leading to his arrest, where he stayed in jail for over a month. Now, a new letter from State Representative Justin Jones is turning this small-town arrest into a statewide fight. In the letter, Jones calls Bouchard's case a brazen attempt to criminalize political speech. He accuses Sheriff Nick Weems of abusing his power and setting what he calls a dangerous precedent. Now, we are waiting an update from the Sheriff's Department. They said this was a call to action and all because they were just being cautious. But Bob and Haley, tonight, this is becoming much bigger than a single Facebook post and actually kind of asking the question of where does the line fall when it comes to public safety and free speech. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Kelly. Before the DA suddenly dropped.
And look, that's going to be the angle that they play. They're going to try to say they did it in regard to the safety of the community and all that stuff. Look, y'all, we see the videos of the news, like here, we see the news where they're covering like these kids that go and these grown ass people that go and shoot up these schools, these churches and all this shit. These people explicitly say what they're going to do and they still are able to go do it. So he's trying to use, but we're just trying to be on the safe side. Y'all ain't never on the safe side when it comes to that shit. They be saying they gonna murk some kids and shit. They want to shoot up some black people and shit. And y'all don't seem to ever get it in time. But this motherfucker said something that didn't even threaten something. Y'all, we're right on top of it. Man, shut that bullshit up. And that's gonna be the argument that they try to use when they get sued, because they gonna get sued, y'all. They gonna get sued.
Bouchard's charges this afternoon. Newly released body camera video appeared to contradict part of the sheriff's story.
The Perry County Sheriff claimed yesterday Bouchard was given options to de-escalate the situation before an arrest was made, but he declined to clarify his public messages. We just obtained body camera video raising questions about whether that happened.
So now the sheriff saying, well, he probably wouldn't even got arrested if he just would have complied right off bat. Let's see if this is another lie, because he already in his fucking feelings, y'all. He already in his fucking feelings, because he the one who called the investigators. Nobody else saw this but him. Nobody else saw this shit but him. Or, well, other people probably saw it, but ain't nobody else get alarmed but him. Man, let's see. They got body cam. Let's see the body cam. Fuck, this is crazy. I didn't even know they had body cam.
This is the meme that cost Larry Bouchard his freedom. It quotes President Trump saying, "We have to get over it." One day after the Perry High School mass shooting, the gun safety group Everytown shared the meme in 2024 after a mass shooting in Iowa. A court affidavit says Bouchard shared it in a Perry County Facebook group while responding to someone's post about a vigil for conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. According to the affidavit, Bouchard wrote, "This seems relevant today."
Hey, Mr. Larry.
Yes.
So, Perry County has called back again, okay? And they've ended up issuing a warrant for you, okay? So you're gonna have to come with us.
Lexington police arrested Bouchard.
I talked to him so nicely, too.
At his home on September 21st. He seemed confused when one of the officers told him what he was being charged with.
And just to clarify, this is what they charged you with.
Oh, Lord, we are supposed to be looking for him being, being resistant to the arrest and shit. You already know you're going to have the people come in here and say, we didn't see enough. But This is what they showing us.
Okay.
Threatening mass violence at a school.
And then the sad part, you kind of have to say this too, because this is just observation, y'all. I want to go back real quick. Like, let's go back. All right. You see, he got a white shirt on right there. They said he came to his house. Let's see, where was the house part? Let's see the house part. Yeah, white shirt, right? White shirt. All right, they got him at jail. White shirt, right? Well, the sheriff's talking about he was resisting or whatever the hell. That can mean any fucking thing, but usually when they say things like that, they want to make it seem like it was physical. He got on a white shirt. That shit ain't dirty. It wasn't dirty when he came to the door, and it ain't dirty right now. So that would lead me to believe that this guy didn't struggle with you at all. That's just my observation. I don't know if people think about shit like that, but I'm like, look, I'm looking at him right now. He don't look like he been roughed up or nothing. His elbows don't seem to be bruised or nothing. His clothes seem to be the same color they was in the video. But how was he resisting? That shit right there, because people would say something like that. Yeah, he was resisting. What did he say? What did he do? Oh, he just said he didn't believe I was in the right. Like, just saying resisting, people automatically assume that you did something physically and shit. So I don't know what the fuck the sheriff's talking about, because his outfit looks the exact same. He don't look like nothing's wrong with him. Don't look like nothing happened. His shirt ain't even wrinkled. Well, it's wrinkled at the bottom, but that's just because he's fat. Either way, though, let's keep going.
And just to clarify, this is what they charged him with.
I wonder what he meant by that.
Threatening mass violence at a school.
At a school?
It's referring to a school. I have no idea. That's what they've called us for, and I ain't got a clue.
In a statement yesterday to News 2, Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems claimed Buschart's post caused multiple reasonable citizens to be in fear of their children's safety at school. He also said his investigator reached out to Lexington police to approach Mr. Buschart and provide options to de-escalate the situation before an arrest was made. Mr. Buschart declined to clarify his public message and calm the situation. Newly released body camera video from Lexington police raised questions about whether that's true.
Okay. So a Perry County investigator wants to speak to you about something.
Perry County investigator?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I have really no idea what they're talking about. He had just called me and said that there was some concerning posts that were made on
Facebook.
On Facebook, yes, sir.
And they sent you guys.
They did. They wanted me to come make contact with you and let you know that they may be in contact with you and see if you still live here. I don't know exactly what they're referring to.
Oh, I knew. Charlie Kirk.
Well, I don't know. I just know
the law enforcement.
They said that something was insinuating violence.
No, it wasn't.
And
I'm not going to take it down. Go look.
Larry said he would not take the post down, but he also was not asked to take it down, de-escalate, or clarify his post in body camera video provided to News 2. When we asked Lexington...
Sound like motherfucker lying again. Motherfucker in they feelings and they lying. Why the fuck you lying?
His police chief, whether his department was involved in any way with asking Buschart to de-escalate or clarify his messages, the chief said he's seen no evidence of that.
No, I did do, but I don't think he committed a crime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you did or did not commit a crime.
I may have been a but I'm...
That's not illegal.
We reached out to Perry County Sheriff again today to follow up his claims that Buschart was offered an opportunity to de-escalate and clarify his post. He said his investigator's report says that a Lexington officer told him that. He also said he has not seen Lexington's body camera video. We're working to find out whether Buschart plans to take any legal action for his arrest.
Sue their ass, bro. Sue their ass, bro.
You may have heard by now, but...
Shut up. Sue their ass. Sue their ass. Soon. That's all I can tell them. Soon. And I know I wanted to put this one towards the end, y'all, because, like, the beginning of the video, people like, oh, you're racist, you hate white people, shit. Man, look, no, I don't. Man, it's right and wrong, a good and evil type thing around here, bro. You being wrong, you being treated some type of way unfairly. I'm with you. I don't care who fuck community you come from. I don't care about that. That ain't how I get down. But I do pay attention to patterns too, though. Also, I don't think I'm stupid. But nah, that's wrong, man. Somebody got in their feelings about this man posting a meme because they deep in that MAGA cult, And they decided to use their position as a sheriff to get this man arrested. And that's what happened. And you had a DA that looked at it and a judge that agreed on it. And they locked this man up and put a $2 million bond on him. And he stayed in jail for over a month. Now you got to drop the charge because everybody's starting to see it. The sheriff is out here taking interviews and shit as if everything's on the up and up and he did something great. And now we're catching him in lies. And nothing that he said happened is actually being proven true. Like, bro, y'all just cost the city money. Like when Rashad said defund the police, that's what you about to do right now because that man got a case to take. Man, look, give him the town. Y'all locked the man up because one of your employees got in their fucking feelings and had the authority to kidnap this man and hold him for fucking ransom. Because that's what happened. The bond is the ransom and the kidnapping is him being locked up for what the fuck they locked him up for. You kidnapped him and had ransom on that man. Yeah, he need to come back and get everything he need to get from y'all. Everything he need to get. And it's up to him to figure out how much the fuck he really need. Cause that ain't it, y'all. That ain't it. And ain't gonna never be it. And for the people that sit around and okay that shit, like, bro, y'all need to really look at yourselves because, bro, that ain't it. If that shit was done to any of y'all that seem to want to okay it, y'all would not be happy at the end of the day. Y'all would not be happy at the end of the day. And we all know that to be true. We need to be better than that, man. We need to be better than that. We got to get out of our feelings, man. I understand everybody got their political beliefs. Everybody want to have their little racist beliefs and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, look, we gotta co-mingle in this motherfucking society. Because I promise you, black folks ain't going nowhere. And for my black folks, white folks ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere no time soon. They're going to be here before me and you gone. So we need to go ahead and figure this shit the fuck out. But all this bullshit needs to stop. Y'all don't want to do the rips, don't do the rips. But man, all this bullshit in between needs to stop. It needs to stop. But I'm going to leave y'all out on the funny one. And then we're going to get the fuck out of here. Because, yep, it's Friday night, y'all. All right, it's Friday night. But here you go, check it. Then we're going to give y'all the funny one. It's real short. It ain't too long. That's what she said. And then we're going to hit the road, Jack. So I hope y'all like this. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in a bag of chips. Share the videos. Whether you're watching on Let's Talk with JVJ on Facebook or the JVJ Network. Y'all know we in trouble over on the main channel, so we can't post till next Saturday afternoon, maybe. I think it's next Saturday afternoon. So one more week, and we'll see how that works out. So y'all be on standby. Make sure this is the backup channel, so make sure y'all always come over here. But yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Funny one on the way out. Hope y'all enjoy it. Catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace. Oh no, wrong button, wrong one. Here we go. Nope, gotta do it again. Up now. No, buddy. Why does he keep doing that all the time? Why not like my own video? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. All right, here we go.
Sir, what's your biggest regret?
Not listening to my wife's advice.
What was the advice?
I ain't sure I wasn't listening.